Diplomacy is always the first choice when it comes to defusing any situation thought to be headed to military conflict. As any preschooler could tell you, it's always best to use your words and not violence. However, while that's the policy of most of the Western world, and any country that is led by democracy, it's not the policy of the North Korean dictator, Kim Jong-un, who only seemed to be worried about his own glory. The toddler-like leader has proven he is only interested in spending his time finding new ways to memorialize himself in the minds of the world. While it's unclear what he hopes to achieve by threatening to attack the United States, which he's done on countless occasions, the general idea seems to be what it has been for many narcissistic leaders before him, the desire to rule the world. The idea that a tiny dictatorship like North Korea has any chance of winning a world war on its own speaks to just how few people are willing to speak the truth to Jong-un. However, after months of President Trump and other world leaders attempting to encourage Jong-un to give up his nuclear tests, he continues his threats, and the United States has had enough. The New York Post reports that the president has given the orders, and the United States is preparing to take back America by force. While it's obviously that if it came to all-out war, America would win, hands down, the concern that North Korea might do damage to innocent Americans has prompted our military to neutralize the threat before that happens. The U.S. is preparing plans to deliver a bloody-nose attack against North Korea to knock out its nuclear weapons program. The White House has dramatically ramped up its military plans amid fears that diplomacy won't thwart North Korean despot Kim Jong-un from making good on his threats, sources told the UK's Telegraph. Just hearing that the United States is going to do something about North Korea might seem a little vague. But rest assured, the military forces in the area have a lot of options available to them. Because North Korea is such a small country, and because they've been very clear about what their military force is like, once the word is given to mobilize, it won't take very long before the threat is completely put down. One option is destroying a launch site before the rogue regime uses it for a new missile test, while another is targeting weapons stockpiles. According to the news outlet. The Trump administration hopes that preemptive action would show the trigger-happy dictator that the United States is serious about stopping his bellicose pursuits and persuading him to negotiate. The Telegraph cited 3 anonymous sources, one inside the administration and 2 former officials familiar with the White House thinking. The Pentagon is trying to find options that would allow them to punch the North Koreans in the nose, get their attention and show that we're serious, a former U.S. security official brief on policy told the Telegraph. President Trump's decision to launch 59 cruise missiles against a Syrian airfield in response to the country's chemical weapons attack that killed more than 80 civilians is considered an indication of his resolve, the paper reported. The current plans indicate that Trump is more willing to use a military option than previously thought. Last week, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham told The Atlantic he believed there was a 30% chance of Trump using a military option, but that if the Hermit Kingdom tested another nuclear weapon, that percentage would skyrocket to 70. One British source who recently attended a briefing with U.S. National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster and other officials left feeling alarmed by Trump's mindset. According to the outlet. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has pushed for negotiations with North Korea, but has been undercut by Trump, who insulted Kim and described diplomacy as a waste of time. Last week, Tillerson appeared to soften the U.S. stance on talks with North Korea amid spiking tension over its nuclear and missile programs. He said the U.S. was ready to hold exploratory talks without preconditions, but that North Korea would need to hold off on further weapons testing. North Korea tested its 6th and most powerful nuclear weapon in September. It also tested 3 intercontinental ballistic missiles, including one whose theoretical range encompassed the entire U.S. mainland. There have been a lot of theories as to what to do with Kim Jong-un and the roughly 25 million people living under his tyrannical rule. The stories that have come out of the sad country make one think that there should be hostage negotiators involved, considering that the people of North Korea are little more than hostages who've grown up knowing it as their only way of life. If ever there was a time to free a people from their own government, even if we weren't at risk, North Korea is the country to free. They epitomize the huddled masses, yearning to breathe free that America specializes in. Hopefully there will be no loss of life, but the United States military has been sent to ensure that if there is, it won't be American and that Kim Jong-un be put out of power once and for all. H/T, New York Post.